Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Big announcement! I love those beeps.
I know.
We are doing another virtual live show to ring in the spooky season. We'll be going live to your living rooms, your bathrooms, your bedrooms, wherever you want to watch.
All your rooms.
On Friday. All your rooms. On Friday, October 1st at 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah, I'm so pumped for this. So VIP ticket holders get a signed Wine Coven poster. I love that poster.
Yeah, that's
Dude, it's so spooky.
That's the other poster. It's a spookier poster than the cartoon poster.
It's not the same one you may have gotten last time. And you also get access to the exclusive after show Q&A. Yeah, you heard that right. So grab all your spooky little bitches and get your tickets right now at wineandcrimepodcast.com.
And while you're watching, share your photos with hashtag Wine and Crime Live so we can see all your beautiful faces chugging wine, chatting true crime, and unleashing your worst Minnesotan accents from the comfort of your own homes.
Oh, the comfort.
Oh, we like to be comfy. So we'll see you on October 1st.
Hello and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart.
Baby, come get.
I'm Lucy.
Oh, I'm Kenyon.
I'm Amanda.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about some little current events.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
Some
love that.
doozies today.
Yeah.
Maybe some confessions.
Oh, current
Love the
confessions.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
let's
love
jump right in
Yes.
with Amanda's headlines.
Yes, let's. I want to kick it off today with this first headline that begs two questions. One, what would you do for a bloomin' onion?
Oh, God.
What would I not do?
The limit does not exist.
And two, why is it always Florida?
I love where this is going.
The headline from our favorites over at Facts News. Facts News.
Oh, for
Anything but the
facts'
facts.
Hold on, I gotta send a fax. Reads, naked Florida woman trashes an Outback Steakhouse, confronts police officer.
Natch. As you do.
As you do.
I haven't been to an Outback Steakhouse in a
Too
long time.
Too long. We need to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's commonly known that many restaurants practice no shirt, no shoes, no service. But one woman in Florida did not heed this warning when she decided to undress and trash a local Outback Steakhouse in the Marion County, according to viral videos shared on Reddit, Facebook, and Twitter.
Every time you say it, it sounds like you're saying Outback Steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
And I just keep picturing like an Outback Steakhouse Capitol
The
building.
State House of Australia.
It's like Grecian columns.
Yes. I wish. This Outback is not that fancy. The Ocala, I don't know, police department confirmed to Fox News that the incident took place on June 1st with a copy of the woman's arrest affidavit. Tina Kindred, 53, was arrested and charged for aggravated battery on law enforcement and felony criminal mischief at the Outback Steakhouse located on East River Springs Boulevard in Ocala, Florida.
What are you in for, mischief?
Criminal mischief. Outback mischief. Bloomin' mischief.
Bloomin' mischief.
Videos of the arrest circulating online showed Kindred had climbed on top of the restaurant's bar while naked and had been throwing bottles of alcohol, glassware, and other supplies moments before arresting officers arrived.
I mean, that sounds like a good time.
Did she enter the State House naked?
I don't know how many times I have to tell you that I cold read these. So if you don't know, I don't know. Kindred seemingly ignored pleas from bystanders who had asked her to stop destroying Outback Steakhouse property. The viral clip then jumps to the arresting officer's arrival and shows Kindred throwing glass at the male officer before she approaches him. The officer orders Kindred to get down 2 times before he fired a taser. We are kindred spirits.
It kind of sounds like where some of the like characters from, oh God, what's the cowgirl ugly? Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. Oh, yeah.
Where they would
just gone
be,
real wrong.
Yeah.
Coyote Ugly. This is like an Instagram versus reality version of Coyote Ugly.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
According to the arrest affidavit, the arresting officer wrote that Kindred was incoherent, you don't say, when he arrived and had thrown 3 bottles at him before she was tased. One of the bottles reportedly made contact with his forearm.
I mean, that could be very dangerous. A glass bottle.
It could. When Kindred finally got down on the floor, the arresting officer says she complied and was handcuffed. She was then transported to a local Advent Health Center for treatment. The dollar amount for damages are currently unknown. However, the arrest affidavit estimates it could be in the thousands due to, quote, all the broken dishes, beer, and wine glasses, as well as all of the alcoholic product that was either in broken bottles or to be disposed of because of the broken glass everywhere. So they have to, like, clean out everything, because if you get broken glass in a glass that seems like it's not broken and you serve that to a customer, then you can get suits. They probably had to replace most of what was behind their bar.
Right. And then it's like, are you talking cost of replacement or are you talking retail
and product?
cost?
Oh, yeah. Or a little bit of both.
Different tab.
Yep. Representatives at Outback Steakhouse's parent company, Bloomin' Brands, didn't. Yeah.
Well, they put all their eggs into one basket.
One basket. Did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment prior to Kindred's 12:30 p.m. arrest at Outback Steakhouse.
No.
Yeah.
PM?
PM.
Oh,
she was allegedly targeted. She allegedly targeted the Mojo Grill and Catering Company in the area while topless. So I think she was losing clothes along the way.
Yeah.
Quote, she feels that the owner is not honest. She admitted that she attempted to enter the Mojo Grill, but was denied entry by the employees. After being denied entry, she began to flip tables. I don't know.
And on the next season of Real Housewives.
Seriously.
Right. Bloomin' Hills.
This is not great. Following the incident at the Mojo Grill, witnesses told the arresting officer that Kindred tried to get into an unknown customer's car and drive recklessly in the parking lot before she departed the area. The arrest affidavit states it is unknown whether alcohol or drug influence played a role in Kindred's behavior.
I'm going to go out on a limb.
It's known.
There are known knowns. There are known unknowns.
There are knowns. The report claims medical officials at Advent Health disclosed, quote, she had a possible fentanyl patch, but Kindred did not have any narcotic in her system except THC.
Okay, I am reading this absolutely horrifying book about fentanyl right now. And basically, no illegal drugs are safe. And you just can't trust anything anymore. And like, you could just think that you're doing like a little bump of cocaine and actually just drop dead. And it's horrifying, and don't do it.
Now, the kids can't do drugs like we once did. It's very sad.
It is very sad. And if I had known, I would have started earlier. But now it's too late.
I know. Glory days. So while the affidavit shows the selected bond schedules for Kindred's aggravated battery on law enforcement and felony criminal mischief charges were $10,000 and $2,000, respectively, OcalaNews.com reports that her bond was set at $5,000. The local news outlet says her court date is scheduled for Tuesday, July 6th, which already happened, so I don't know. Somebody give me an update. I didn't look. Wishing her well.
Hoping she gets all the help she needs.
Honestly, yeah. Okay, our next little, headline that we got. Next little titty bit. This feel-good story struck me because I love dags. And this particular dag looks exactly like Josie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a picture on the drive
Okay.
of this dag. I mean, not exactly, but very similar.
Very similar.
Obviously not a chow mix because the tongue is pink and not purple.
Well, actually, Josie's
she's
tongue
cute.
looks kind of pink in the front, but in the back it's purple because she's a mix.
Got it.
Look
How
at those
fun.
brows.
I know.
Gorgeous brows.
Such a cutie. So the headline reads, dog lost in car crash found days later herding sheep on a nearby farm. Living
Good
his
girl.
best life. A dog lost in an Idaho car crash on Sunday has been found alive and well after seemingly restarting his life as a sheepdog on a farm near the collision site. Linda Oswald and her family lost Tilly, a 2-year-old border collie healer mix, so the perfect sheepdog.
Yeah, exactly.
When their truck collided with a vehicle on a state highway near Rathdrum on Sunday around noon. Tilly was ejected through the truck's rear window during the collision, and he was last seen sprinting away across the prairie. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm out
Bye-bye.
of here.
Yeah.
Real freaked. Poor
What
Till.
have you done to me? No one was injured in the crash, but the Oswalds were obviously distraught about Tilly, and they spent several hours searching the area with a few good Samaritans in hopes of finding their dag. People just kept going out, Oswald told the Spokesman Review. 2:30 in the morning, some people were out looking for him. Their efforts were in vain, so Oswald turned to Facebook where she wrote a plea for help. Mike and I were in a car accident, Linda Oswald wrote in the post, which has been shared thousands of times.
Perfect.
We are good, but my dog Tilly is missing. He was thrown out and was seen running north.
Me and Mike was in a car accident.
Perfect. Linda shook up voice.
Mike and I were in a car accident. Tilly turned up 2 days later when a local family realized there was a new volunteer among the sheepdogs on their farm. It's so fucking wholesome. Brothers Travis and Zane Potter say they knew the strange new dog was likely Tilly because their grandmother had told them about the Oswald's Facebook post. It wasn't like, oh, where did these dogs come from or how did it get here? Travis Potter told the paper. He added that a few sheep had escaped from the family's pasture that morning, and he suspects that Tilly saw them running and acted on instinct. I think that dag was trying to herd, Potter said. The local sheriff rolled up to ask about Tilly shortly after she was found, so the Potters handed him over, and he was reunited with his family a short time later. Oswald said it was a relief to finally have her dog back. She was also not surprised to learn that he'd been moonlighting as a sheepdog. He'll hurt anything, she said. When I go to the dog park, he tries to herd the people into one group. She said the dog was healthy and very thirsty upon returning home. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. The first thing is he ran in and drank out of the toilet, which he's never done, Oswald said.
Turlet.
He was so thirsty. Oswald added that she cried every day after losing Tilly, so it was a relief to get it back in one piece. It was ridiculous, but you get so emotional over your pets, she said.
Of course. That's not ridiculous.
Oh, I would be a wreck.
Yeah.
Zach's parents have a friend whose dog was missing for like 4 days. They have a house, I think also in the Catskills, and like a neighbor was shooting, I don't know, probably groundhogs or some shit, I don't know. And a gun went off and the dog was really like startled and freaked and just like bolted into the woods and then probably like couldn't find its way back.
Oh, baby.
And was found by this lady like 4 days later, far away.
Ugh.
Yeah, but safe.
So scary.
Returned, and it stormed, it like rained, and there was like a thunderstorm one of the nights that it was missing, and it was out in the thunder. It's okay. It's home now.
It's all
Are you
so
okay?
scary. No.
Not really.
Clearly, no. Okay. Let's move on
I gotta
to
go
another.
snuggle Josie.
You go
I'll
get
be
Josie.
right
I'll
back.
continue. So this
I'll
next
be
headline.
fine.
I hope that every veterinarian's office has at least one employee this committed to the welfare of its patients. From the Animal Rescue Site News. Man deserves an Oscar for pretending to be an unruly cat during a veterinary training video. And there are photos on the drive.
Oh my God.
The one of him up on the table
He's in the cage.
is the best.
Actor. He's almost as big as Ray.
Seriously.
Almost.
Almost.
They put like a spit hood on him.
It's so good. If you have ever worked at a veterinary office, you realize how difficult it can be to work with a fractious or unruly feline. Sometimes it takes a training video to help a new veterinary technician understand what to do in such a situation. Fortunately, a man was able to play the role of a frisky feline in this video.
Of a lifetime.
The party was born to play, baby.
I'm gonna tell my kids this was cats.
You have to. You have to. And he should get an Oscar for his performance. From the moment that he is fighting while in the cage to the point where he gets loose and starts jumping on tables and knocking things off countertops, it is shockingly realistic. Honestly, I probably would have gone to the same lengths if my doctor was trying to loosen my stools with an enema. There are just some things in life worth fighting for. The stills are so fucking funny, so I had to.
Good.
They're so good. So good for
I cannot
him.
wait to watch this video.
You know what? If you're shy about something and you have to do like a skit or some kind of performance,
Tap into this man's energy.
honestly, like it is always less awkward if you commit.
Oh, just lean in.
Yes.
Lean in, baby.
Kenyon saw me give birth on stage in my improv group
I sure
performance.
did. You
Can't
were good.
unsee that.
She's
Can't
crowning.
unsee that.
Turns out you're good at improv.
Who knew? That's so fucking
It's
funny.
not anything to be super proud of, but
I love
thank you
it.
for the compliment.
Well, speaking
It's
of
almost like you
compliments,
do it for work.
almost. Speaking of compliments, this next headline is Lucy,
Uh-oh.
who growing up was known for always being late and always holding McDonald's.
Yes.
Well, also, those
Well.
were the days I had to get a ride from my mother, so really, whose fault was it?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice try.
I seem to recall it after you had your own car. Headline reads, woman stops at McDonald's drive-thru during police pursuit after allegedly striking an officer with a stolen truck.
Oh my God.
A Massachusetts woman was arrested after a police pursuit that ended in a McDonald's drive-thru when the suspect pulled over to order food while driving a stolen vehicle. According to, of course, Worcester police. I have family in Worcester. This is like the most Worcester shit ever.
I'm disappointed it wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru,
Oh, I
but
gotta go to Dunkin'.
gotta get my Dunkin'.
Gotta get my Dunkin'. Going to Dunks.
Dunks.
Pumpkin spice is big at Dunks. The Worcester Police Department responded to a call reporting a stolen vehicle by a man who said he saw an unknown woman get into his truck and drive away. The owner of the stolen vehicle had GPS tracking and was able to provide police with a rough estimate of the truck's location. When police began their pursuit, they encountered a driver whose vehicle had been struck by the stolen truck. Police eventually found the suspect, who was later identified as 38-year-old Joanna Gardell, but she drove away when she saw police approaching her. As Gardell fled, police pursued her, but stopped for safety reasons after Gardell proceeded down a main road and through several red lights. When Gardell found herself stuck in heavy traffic, she started driving in the wrong lane against traffic to try and get around the other stopped vehicles. Not good.
Oh, no.
When officers approached, police say Gardell backed up the stolen truck at high speed, striking another parked car and knocking down and dragging one of the officers. The officer wasn't even in their car. That could have been real bad.
Yeah, this
Honey,
is actually real bad. I'm
Hardcore.
guessing there was already a warrant out for her or something.
It could be. Who
Or
knows?
breakfast was about to end.
Yes.
That makes sense because the full breakfast menu is not available all day. It's a load of shit.
Correct.
A load of shit. The officer who was struck was taken to a local hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries, so he's fine. Police kept following Gardell as she drove away, but stopped their pursuit when it was again determined to be a safety risk. The tense pursuit came to an end when police located Gardell, who had pulled into a local McDonald's drive-thru to order food. When two more officers located her in the drive-thru and approached, she allegedly struck their vehicle, police said. The officers were not injured. Finally, Worcester officers were able to pull Gardell out of the stolen truck, despite the fact that Gardell fought and struggled. She was arrested at the scene and faces a slew of charges, including failure to stop for police, leaving the scene of an accident, assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon, disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, and operating a motor vehicle after suspension, among others.
And attempted murder of a cop.
Yeah, not going to Duncan.
I mean, that is really like a rite of passage in Worcester, but still very scary.
It is unclear whether Gardell has obtained an attorney. She could not be reached for comment.
I bet not.
I bet not. Okay, I'm going to round us out with a win out of Canada because we all need a win sometimes, people. So here you go.
People.
People. This is also a real Lucy move and also maybe something I want to do. Ontario woman wins fight to keep coffin flower bed following neighbor's complaint. And also flowing.
Mind your own damn business.
Yeah.
There's a photo on the drive.
Freedom isn't free.
Freedom isn't free. It's so
That's
cool.
Stunning.
I know.
Oh, there's a photo?
Yeah, on the drive.
Love that.
That is like a real
A
wooden
real
coffin.
like mahogany coffin.
That
She
is
gorgeous.
a coffin.
The owners of an Ontario home that is displaying a coffin repurposed as a flower bed in their front lawn have won their fight to keep the unique decoration after a neighbor filed a complaint with the city. St. Catharines resident Christina Cadbury, or Calbury,
Okay.
loves horror movies, and so naturally, she says her eyes lit up when she saw someone selling coffins on Facebook Marketplace
Of
last
course.
month.
Of course.
Gently used.
Yeah.
Look.
Still dirty.
Quote, I said to my boyfriend, look, this lady is selling coffins. Looks pretty crazy, and she only wants $200 for it. Calvary
that's a
told
steal.
CTV News that
Oh,
is
yeah.
a fuck. Coffins are expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if you can you show up with your own coffin to
I
a
don't see
funeral?
why
Yes,
not.
yes, you can.
I like it. Buy in advance.
Yes, you can.
The couple
Know
agreed
your
on using
rights.
Know your rights. Sovereign citizen. The couple agreed on using the structure to house a flower bed, which would be placed in the backyard. It looked absolutely gorgeous. And then he suggested we should contact the lady again and do the exact same thing in our front lawn, she said. So now they have two. Some innovative gardening, and $400 later, Calbury's home was outfitted with two of the most unique flower beds on the block, if not the city.
They do make a statement.
Oh, they do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A very clear statement.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, Calbury said reaction to the addition was quite positive. She said they hadn't received a single negative comment about the display and that some passerby had even stopped to snap a picture of the coffin. However, unbeknownst to Calbury, at least one neighbor did not see the appeal and filed a complaint with the city.
Okay, well, you escalated that. Maybe.
Yeah, you could have just gone to talk to your fucking neighbor. It's your neighbor.
Right.
Go say, hey.
Hey, what's up with this? Okay.
This makes me uncomfortable. And then your neighbor can say, I don't
Fuck
care.
you.
Go away.
Right.
And then you could file a complaint. Quote, when I got this letter from the city with this silly little bylaw they were claiming, we were quite shocked, actually. She explained. The bylaw in question, number 2020-106, states that, quote, the use of certain lands for the disposal of waste and established standards respecting their maintenance is prohibited.
It's not waste.
It's not waste.
Exactly. Calbury said that the letter from the city reads in part, the city of St. Catharines deems refuse, waste, loose rubbish, and debris on lands and unkempt yards a nuisance that could create a health and safety hazard for the public. Read lower property values and be used for absolute bullshit charges against like poor people.
Yeah.
Despite that, Calbury said she doesn't believe she's in contravention of any bylaw, especially considering the coffin is not waste and was purchased specifically for the purpose of being a flower bed.
Yeah, and a beautiful flower bed
It's
at that.
gorgeous.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like an arrangement.
Yeah, it's very well curated, and I am fucking here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, there is no specific reasoning under the bylaw infraction that I have received, she argued. I called the city again this morning, and I called yesterday. No one is returning phone calls anymore.
I feel like they could have found a better bylaw.
I know. She kind of shot herself in the foot.
Yeah.
Whoever the complainer was, I'm assuming a woman.
Yeah.
An annoying woman.
Right. Like, I feel like she could have actually gotten, a remedy if she had found a better bylaw. Because there's got to be something to do with,
offensive displays or some shit.
Something. Yeah.
Who knows? So in an email to CTV News Toronto on Wednesday, the city of St. Catharines said, upon further review by bylaw, this file has been closed and no further action will be taken.
That lid has shut.
We have shut the lid on this coffin. We sealed up that sarcophagus. Calbury said she was thrilled by the reversal by the city and hopes to spread the word about her incomparable coffin.
I think she's going to start a trend.
I think so. I am gonna spend the rest of this episode Googling coffins.
Please tell me what you find.
Will do. So thank you to everyone who sent in headlines this month. So good, so wholesome, so fun. And if you have a headline to send, head over to our contact page on our website. There's a little drop-down menu that says funny headline. Just plop that link in there with a note and send her my way.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. All right. Should we hear a little word from our sponsors? Coffins.com.
Oh, yes.
Coffins are us.
Coffins are us. It's 2021 and nobody has time for uncomfortable shoes. And that is where Rothy's comes in. And fall is in the air. And what better way to welcome the season than with new shoes like Rothy's best-selling flats, loafers, and sneakers. From cool flats to sneakers made for any adventure, Rothy's has everything you need to start fall on the right foot. Plus, their spacious washable bags are perfect for effortlessly carrying your essentials. I am decked head to toe in Rothy's. I have my Rothy's mask. I have an array of Rothy's shoes. I like the little booties. They're so cute. They just slip right on. They are adorable and perfect, especially for this time of year. I also have a big, roomy Rothy's bag, and I am not kind to my bags or my shoes. And so Rothy's being machine washable has been an absolute game changer for me. And good news for any dudes or folks who identify as dudes or just go a little mask in their style. Listening, Rothy's now has men's shoes. They have men's sneakers, men's driving loafers. They're so classy and so cute. The Rothy's men's line features the same level of craftsmanship as Rothy's women's line. Durable, washable, and better for the planet, plus rigorously tested for a perfect fit, wash after wash. I am telling you, every time I put my Rothy's in the washing machine, they come out looking brand new. It's like absolute sorcery. I truly don't know how they do it. But don't just take my word for it. Who better to tell you about how comfortable Rothy's are than real customers? Here are some great reviews. Lisa L says, these shoes are like walking on clouds. You're right, Lisa L. I agree with you 100%. Julie A., who I'm just going to assume is Julie Andrews, the iconic Julie Andrews, says, there's no break-in period, no blisters, just pure comfort. I agree. I always get blisters on my feet, and I was wearing these flats to work in the restaurant industry back when I was still doing that. Let me tell you, no blisters whatsoever. So it's no wonder that Rothy's best-selling shoe, the Point in Black, has over 5,000 near-perfect reviews. Just try it out for yourself. You are not going to regret it. And to help you welcome the fall season in style, Rothy's is doing something special. That's right, they gave us the chance to share this super rare opportunity with our listeners for a limited time. Right now, you can get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/gals. That's ROTHYS.com/gals. Head to rothys.com/gals to find your new favorites today and treat your feet. Hey everybody, it's spooky season. Are you afraid of the glow in the dark? Well, shield your eyes because the new MeUndies Halloween line just dropped dead. If there is one collection you do not want to ghost, it's this one. With 5 new prints to turn up the terror, you should summon them before it's too late. Whether you're outrunning a killer or being abducted by aliens this Halloween, be comforted by the fact that your undies are sustainable and the softest in town. This is real, people. I know I've talked about MeUndies so many times, but that like micromodal fabric, it's so soft. I have never touched anything like this before, and nothing like this has ever touched my downstairs before. It is stretchy. It is like nice and comfortably forming. It doesn't ride up. I'm not like constantly picking wedgies. I have basically gotten rid of every other pair of underwear I own because nothing lives up to MeUndies. They're the best. MeUndies are made from natural fibers sourced from beechwood trees, making that micromodal fabric soft, breathable, and dangerously cozy. Get your spooky season up and haunting with 5 new prints: the I See You, My Boo, Tricks and Treats, Lazy Bones, and Pumpkin. They are so adorable, and you can get these as undies. You can get them as bralettes. You can get a little matching set. You can get them as socks, loungewear. They have sizes ranging from XS through 4XL, and there are a lot of options to consider. But make a decision quickly because there's somebody right behind you, and these are limited. Get over there and get your cute new prints. So MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has a promise. If you are not satisfied with any product for any reason, you can return your order for a full refund within 45 days. Period. Full stop. Where else is going to do that for you? It's amazing. So to get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/gals. That's MeUndies.com/gals and treat your undergarments.
All right, so we've got an interesting smattering of Coven Confessions this month.
Hi.
I love a smattering.
Is there a theme?
I don't think that there is a theme. No.
Okay.
As far as I recall, there's no poop.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm checking out. I'm the scat man.
But I think you're going to enjoy. So, all right, first one. Here we go. Quote, many years ago, I was doing a lot of terrible performance art in an underground New York City scene.
Why is this Scott?
I know. At the same time, I was sleeping with a guy who frequented the scene. Let's call him Sam. Sam said he had just broken up with his girlfriend, whom we'll call Lydia, who was also a performer. Because the scene was full of fluid relationship, line boundaries, and alcoholism, I didn't ask many questions when I saw them still periodically hanging out together. Although the fact that he never spoke to me in her presence should have given me a fucking clue.
Uh-oh.
Weird. Okay.
Eventually, I overheard Lydia telling someone that Sam was her boyfriend. So I approached him about it. He said they were in an open relationship and she was
Does
cool.
she know that?
And she was cool with whatever was going on.
Okay.
Oh my God. Disclose open relationships, people.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
a health
kind of
issue.
number one.
Unless
Number one rule.
you are hearing it from both parties, it is not an open relationship. There you go. Again, I should have asked more questions, but the sex was really good and I was deep into the hot mess phase of my life, so I kept on. Eventually, though, the truth came out. They did not have an open relationship or even one of those fuzzy, boundaried ones so common amongst our mutual friends. Nope. They were in an old-fashioned, monogamous marriage track relationship that included plans to move in together and visits to each other's families at Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
I confronted him about it, and he still lied to me, saying things were, quote, really confusing between them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not confused.
I
don't know you and I'm following.
Confused.
Yeah.
Because you
Just
think you're in an
break
open
up.
relationship, and you're not.
Your soup's not. Soup's totes not.
But I still demanded he return his set of keys to my apartment, and my Tom Waits CDs, and to
Yes.
never call me again.
Get those weights back.
I felt I should tell Lydia what had happened, but I was cowardly and frankly hoping she'd figure out Sam was a loser in some other way and just break up with him without me saying anything.
I mean, I get you feeling bad, but it's also not your responsibility.
It's not your fault. Yeah, it's not. If somebody repeatedly lies to you about their status and you're not the one in a relationship fucking up, it's not your fault. Finally, guilt took over, and I asked her to meet me for brunch. I confessed the whole story and told her I was very sorry. She pulled out her phone and dumped him via voicemail while I was sitting right there.
I love that. I love that journey for her.
She then called every one of his bosses. He was a freelancer, and of course he was, and asked if he was there. When they said no, she said, "Oh, okay, can you let him know I just found out he's cheating on me in case he didn't get my voicemail? Please let him know it's over."
The intern is like,
Okay. And your name, what? Lydia L with a Y? Okay.
Yeah, was that, okay,
and this
got
is
it.
Lindsay, right?
Oh my God.
She hugged me, saying, "You are a good person. You did the right thing. You saved me."
Oh.
Oh, this is going to take a turn.
Oh no.
The next day, I was throwing a baby shower for a friend at my apartment when she called and asked if she could come by. Like a guilt-ridden idiot, I said yes. She showed up stinking drunk with her hands bruised and swollen. She had just come from Sam's house where she had beaten him up and then drank a fifth of tequila as she walked from his place in the Bronx to mine in northern Manhattan.
Oh, honey, no.
That seems like a long
That's
way.
a whack. That's a hike.
Well, it depends on where in the Bronx and where in northern Manhattan, but it's an interesting walk. As I packed her right hand in ice, she texted at a baby shower. This woman showed up.
I'm busy.
She texted Sam from her left hand saying, "My, this place is nice. I can see why you'd be here twice a week."
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The baby shower ended on kind of an awkward note.
You don't say.
In the weeks that followed, we tried to be friends.
No.
I know. She asked for every detail of our sex life and carefully reread every post on my MySpace blog, asking
Oh my
which
God.
details were about him. Once she laid out on my bed and closed her eyes, saying she just needed to be where it happened.
Oh God. No.
I'm not. No.
I was starting to feel like maybe being friends wasn't such a good idea, but I felt
I was starting to fill out the paperwork for a restraining order and thinking maybe being friends isn't such a good idea.
well, but I felt so terrible for having ruined her life that I let it continue.
You didn't ruin her life. Her partner ruined her life, not
Yeah.
you.
And also, her life is not ruined. She's drinking a fifth of tequila and assaulting people, and I can't.
Right.
All right, ...
Oh,
Like
no.
4 years later, after bumping into them, I had an email from Sam with the subject line, "No more." In it, Lydia was copied, and Sam said that they were getting married and wanted nothing to do with me, so I should never speak to them in public again.
So wait, they got back together?
They got back together,
Of
and
course.
the writer had no contact with them for 4 years.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'll just keep doing what I'm currently doing.
I feel like this is something that would happen to Amanda.
1,000%.
no more.
This is absolutely something that would happen to me. I'm actually kind of amazed it hasn't.
I know.
Amanda's just trying to stay anonymous over here. She made a burner Gmail account to send you this story.
Oh my God.
Moments later, an email from Lydia came to both of us denying the engagement, but saying she suspected we were still sleeping together.
Oh, okay.
And she had resented the confrontation from the show 6 months prior. Because apparently, hello and I'm sorry for your loss is confrontational. So apparently they had a very brief interaction at a show 6 months prior, but that's it.
Sorry I bumped into you in a public space that I didn't know you'd be at.
Right.
And then wasn't a complete asshole and
Yeah.
acknowledged you're
Demonstrated
alive.
humanity.
Right.
Yeah. Oops.
After forwarding their emails to some friends for a laugh, I blocked them both on all social media portals and went on about my day.
That also sounds like me.
But at this time, I had a new blog on a WordPress site, which had a stat counter, something that showed me where my readers were coming from.
At this point, I had a podcast.
Right, exactly. I noticed that day that I had an unusual amount of hits from down on Wall Street, all from the same IP address. Over the next few days, the hits increased, again, all from one IP address. I looked through the backlog and realized that this one IP address had been reading and rereading every single one of my posts daily for years.
Oh.
What?
One specific post?
No, one IP address was reading her blog every single day religiously.
Okay, so
For
it was
4
reading
years.
her whole all of her updates, not just returning to one post.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Still creepy.
Suspicion took hold and I did a LinkedIn search and bam, the IP address was linked to the hedge fund where Lydia worked.
No.
Basically confirming that she had been stalking me online every day, several times a day for the past several years.
Whoa.
Okay, but she should leave them alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's bonks.
Yeah. So that's just where it ends. I don't have any
Wow.
more information.
Did it end so abruptly because she got murdered while writing that email?
I really hope
by
not.
Lydia?
It's also terrifying that this person can work at a hedge fund.
Yeah. Please tweet us like something to let us know you're alive and you're okay. But like you could DM us so that you're saying anonymous.
It wasn't that a wild ride?
That was nuts.
bonks.
Wow.
How are you going to follow that up?
Well, I'm going to try. So, next one. Quote, this is a minor confession compared to some of the others, but it's my story of long game revenge.
Love it.
Once I found out my boyfriend was cheating on me, and then the girl took me out to brunch, and then...
And then I joined a hedge fund, and then I stalked her online.
It's a good thing Kenyon doesn't cold read her confessions.
Yeah.
All right, I started college in 2002. For my freshman English class, I had to write a paper and ask the TA about the preferred method of citing sources. The TA told me I didn't need to know that yet and not to worry about it.
Okay.
Weird.
Like in
Okay.
high school, we learned how to do that.
I said I'd like to know because I was going to cite a website, and she said again that I didn't need to know that for that paper. Weird, but okay. I wrote the required draft of the paper, cited the website, and turned it in. When she returned the drafts to the class, she asked me to stay after and told me that my citation was done incorrectly. It was therefore plagiarism, and I failed the class.
Bitch! What?
No.
Yeah. That's none of that makes any
Oh,
sense.
I would be furious.
This was maybe the second week of the semester, by the way. I asked how that was possible since I asked her about this several times and she had brushed it off. She said that I had done it wrong and now I failed. I went to the
Fuck that bitch.
I went to the professor who said she wasn't able to overrule the TA. Pretty sure that's not
okay.
true.
That's bullshit. Where the fuck? What is this? What is this?
Is
I
this
don't
a
know.
Trump college? It's feeling like a Trump college.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like a fake Trump college.
The academic dean, who agreed that I clearly wasn't intending to plagiarize as I cited the source, but she was unable to overrule the TA and the class professor.
What is the point of these other structures
I also
to
looked at
protect you if they
student-
don't fucking work?
Right. I also looked at the student handbook and pointed out that she skipped several disciplinary steps, but the decision stood anyway.
This is absurd.
This took several weeks, and though I retook the class, the first thing on my college transcript is still an F in freshman English.
Oh my God.
I would be so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
That TA blows.
Yeah, and should be fucking fired.
I started working at the library the first week or so of school as a part-time job, and my coworkers, both students and full-time workers, couldn't believe this. The TA was working towards her PhD, and I started sending back all the books she requested from other libraries.
Yes.
So,
Fuck her
like,
up. Fuck her ass up. Get her. Somebody come get her.
this was a significant amount since our library had over 1 million volumes, but none of them were actually useful. My coworkers asked for her name, and they started doing it too.
Yes.
For the 4 years I was at the school, we returned all her books to the libraries after sending her emails that they had come in and feigned ignorance when she came to get them.
Phenomenal.
She also gave no indication that she recognized me as the student she failed on the second week of school when I was the person at the circulation desk. To this day, my dad says that it's the proudest he's ever been of me.
Aw.
That would really fuck her up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And is deserved.
I know.
Bye-bye. You can fucking go ahead and get your PhD somewhere else, you whore.
You fail. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, amazing.
Okay, this next one is serious and not good.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right, quote, "This is definitely the worst thing I've ever done. Even now I feel guilty, but maybe not guilty enough to do anything more than email this to you."
Great.
Glad we could alleviate some of your guilt.
When I was in middle school, I lived about 1.5 miles from the school. Close enough that if I didn't need to cross a highway or main street, I always would walk to and from school. It was the 90s. But since that was the case, I had a bus ride. One particular day, it was raining, and growing up in Arizona, I loved it. I decided to walk home in the rain. And then, being a weird 12-year-old, I played in the rain for a while.
Yep.
Yep.
Got to.
Yep.
You got to save the worms.
By the time I got home, I was more than soaked and 30 minutes late. I was in trouble.
Ooh.
And what does a 12-year-old do to get out of trouble?
Lie.
They lie.
Woo. There's my girl. Just
And
lie.
lie.
That's what I always do.
And did I ever?
Oh, no.
Remember, I told you serious. I told my mom that I had gotten on the bus, but I got back off to grab something, and the bus driver didn't let me back on.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
You got a bus driver fired, didn't you?
My mom did what any parent would do and called the school. A few days later, I was asked to go to the vice principal's office. He asked me what happened, and my chicken shit ass told him the same story. Liar.
Oh,
Liar.
Sometime later, after an investigation, in quotes,
Oh.
the bus driver was let go, and I received a personal apology from her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no bus driver was ever allowed to deny entry onto the bus again, even if kids got off multiple times. As long as they left on time, the kids had free reign.
Oh, no.
You affected policy change.
Yeah.
Oh.
My little punk ass got someone fired because I wouldn't tell the truth and caused chaos for the other bus drivers.
Oh.
Like,
God.
don't be like me, kids. Honesty is the best policy.
Oh my God. I felt
Yeah.
a kinship and now I feel terrible.
Yeah. right? It's so bad. Can you imagine being that bus driver being like, this didn't happen?
Right.
Like,
Or like questioning your own sanity. Did
Right.
this happen?
Right.
yeah.
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 Oh my God.
Yep.
Yikes.
All right, next one. This one is for Amanda.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
I just listened to Lumberjack Crimes and died about Amanda's disgust with lice. Here is the worst thing I've ever done.
No.
In 4th grade, I had an invasion of lice on my long hair, and I refused to cut it. It was so bad that when my grandma would run a comb, lice at least 10 will come out.
No.
Melissa Rubio, a.k.a. La Moco, which means booger, will...
Hey.
English is not this person's first language.
Right.
Which is fine. So Melissa Rubio, a.k.a. La Moco, will bully me for hanging out with the boys, playing marbles, being a tomboy, and whatnot. We set up a date to fight each other after school by the computer lab.
Yeah.
I love that. A fight date.
By the computer lab. Fight.
Well, my grandma
Your
was...
ass is grass at 4 p.m.
Your ass is grass,
lice.
booger.
Yeah. La Moca.
Well, my grandma was cleaning my hair out, and I told her to save me some lice. She
Why?
didn't think much of it. Probably how fucking weird her granddaughter is.
Sweet abuela.
She didn't think
sure, okay.
Much of it.
I love my child.
The fight day showed up. I had 3 lice in between my pointer finger and thumb all day till it was time. I'm sure a lot of learning was going on for that child that day and not
Put him
just
in a
staring.
Ziploc.
Well,
They die in there. You need them
would
alive.
die being pinched between your fingers.
I think she was holding them
She was-
gently to
she
keep
was.
them alive.
she was.
Oh my God. How do you eat lunch? Oh my God.
The other hand.
Fights back then was just sassy, bratty arguments with a couple eye rolls, but as I soon saw La Moco, I launched myself on her before the lunch ladies will come and stop it, because a massive wave of kids were circling us, screaming and cheering. First of all, lunch ladies do not get paid enough to deal with this shit.
Nope.
And I shoved my hand in her hair to free the lice. After the fight, I had to sit in the benches for 2 days while the rest of the kids had recess. I was so mad because La Moca was playing with the monkey bars since I started the fight. But kind of funny watching her scratch her head every couple of minutes.
This is biological warfare.
It literally is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I am deeply horrified. Also, after that episode with the lice or whatever that was,
You got lice.
No, but my mother immediately texted me after listening to it, was like, "Oh, you've had lice." I was like, "You bitch! How could you?" So apparently I have had lice, and now I need to go shave my head. Even though I don't currently have lice.
Oh my God. Okay.
Shave your head as a precaution.
Yes. Just never want to get lice.
Do we want one more?
Yes, one
I
more.
mean,
One
yeah.
more.
Okay, first off, I just wanted to say thank you for your podcast because it's the only thing getting me through quarantine. I just graduated into this shitstorm of a recession, so I'm unemployed, living with my parents, and regressing mentally, but you guys are the light in this very, very, very dark tunnel. Aww.
Light in your dark tunnel?
Dork.
Me?
Dork. It's dork in here.
We are the lice in your dork tunnel.
Ew.
Which is now what I will be calling crabs.
What would your dork tunnel be? Like your ears?
My vagina.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
For like a dork is a whale penis.
Oh,
Like,
right.
it's my dork tunnel.
Yeah.
Keep up.
It's like a hot dog down a dork tunnel.
A dork hole.
It's like a hot dog down a dork tunnel.
Okay.
Oh my word.
Back to this confession. So my confession involves a murder case and McDonald's and will surely be the reason why I am sent to hell. The Australian education system should seriously be reviewed because in my last year of high school, we went on an excursion to watch a real-ass murder trial.
Oh, murder.
Lucky.
I know.
It's like a field trip.
I should preface this by saying I was taking a legal studies class, but still, I don't think any of my classmates or myself were actually aware of what we were getting ourselves into. We lived in a tiny town, so we would always have to travel fairly far for an excursion. A field trip.
Dear.
As students, the only reason we tolerated the long-ass bus rides was because we all knew that teachers would let us stop at McDonald's for lunch, which we didn't have in our town. Oh,
A lot
absolutely.
of McDonald's
exciting.
shout-outs on this episode today.
Maybe
Yeah, there's the
McDonald's is
theme.
the theme.
Oh.
Anyway, so this one day we go on a bus trip to this courthouse about an hour away from our school. We knew we were going to watch some trial, but I don't think we knew it was literally about murder. We go into this courthouse and we realize that it's serious because we're all told about the case and informed to be quiet as we enter. Someone should have told us this earlier because literally all of us had skipped out on breakfast so we could save room for our massive McChicken meals at lunch.
They
The
fasted.
image of me biting into the uncooked McChicken is just
It's burned into my brain.
bouncing around in my head right now.
I know. Did I tell you that happened to me at the synagogue recently? We went to like a cookout, and Zach's burger was like perfectly cooked, and then I got a chicken burger and one bite, and I was like, nope,
Oh no.
and it was totally raw.
Ew.
Yeah, it was bad. So we were starving. And as a dumb teenager, we assumed this would be like 1 hour, sit down, and leave situation. But we were in this courtroom for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Now, this court case was fucked up, and I don't think I'll be able to share details, but it involved a lot of drugs and a brick as a murder weapon.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Now, we're all trying our best to be silent and respectable in court, literally a couple of meters away from the accused murderer. Then all of a sudden, my friend's stomach makes the most insane and gnarly growl, which basically reverberates in the courtroom.
Oh no.
I tried so hard not to lose my shit, but it was so loud and unexpected, and I couldn't help but start laughing.
Oh, God.
Her stomach just would not stop grumbling, and because the courtroom had such high-ass ceilings, it just echoed. The lawyers ignored it, but a couple of us kids were literally losing our shit. We eventually got the biggest death stare from the judge.
Oh God.
And
no.
the case was adjourned for recess.
No.
The victim's family was probably there.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Needless to say, we got a lot of shit from our teacher on the bus ride home. I basically never tell anyone this story because I'm so fucking ashamed that I laughed in a literal murder trial. I know my ass will be sent to hell for this, but at least I can share my darkest hour with you guys.
Did they get the McDonald's?
I doubt it. They were in big trouble.
Most importantly.
Yeah, they were in huge trouble, so I'm guessing not a stop for McChickens.
No. Oh my God.
So embarrassing and offensive.
That is so bad. These are so bad this month.
I know. Aren't
Holy
they great?
shit. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's Coven Confessions this month.
Wow. Well, get your fucking giggles out because
oh,
we're
good.
gonna take a serious turn here in a minute.
Great.
All right.
All right.
So let's hear a quick word from our sponsors before then.
Great. Away is a modern lifestyle brand that creates thoughtful products for every traveler and every kind of trip. So they started with the perfect suitcase, crafted with features that make travel more seamless. And now when travel looks more different than ever before, you can count on Away's range of suitcases, bags, and accessories wherever you take that next trip. I have a full set of Away luggage, and I can't go back. I, like, one time for a weekend trip, tried to use, like a backpack or something and not just use my small carry-on rolling bag. And it was an absolute nightmare. I will never do it again because the amount that I can pack in even just that little sweet, perfect, compact bag is so much more than you can ever throw into a backpack or a duffel for a weekend away. Like, just do yourself a favor and use the away luggage. So whether it's a trip to the corner store, a weekend away, like I said, or an extended stay with friends and family, we're all navigating the current reality of travel. It's not easy, people, but no matter your destination or style, Away's suitcases, bags, and accessories all come in a variety of colors, sizes, and materials to suit your needs and inspire your future travels. I am so obsessed with all of my away luggage. My favorite one is my medium. It's like just big enough that I feel like I can pack everything I need without going completely overboard. And they have all of the features to make that packing as simple as possible. So all of Away's suitcases are designed to last a lifetime with durable exteriors that can withstand even the roughest of baggage handlers or me. I do not treat my luggage well. I am a monster. Every suitcase comes with an interior organization system that includes a built-in compression pad to help you pack more in and a hidden and removable laundry bag that separates your dirty clothes. That compression pad is everything. It's everything to me. It helps me pack everything in. I'm obsessed. 4 360-degree spinner wheels guarantee the smoothest roll, even through the most hectic of airports and stations. Minneapolis Airport is amazing, but they've also expanded, so it's really big. And sometimes I have to catch a flight that's like all the way across from where I started, and lugging my sweet, gentle, smooth away bag through the terminal has never been easier. Like, you barely touch it and it's rolling for you. It's amazing. It's available in different materials like polycarbonate, aluminum, and durable nylon in a variety of colors and sizes. So you can find anything that's going to suit your personality, your style, and it has a TSA approved combination lock to keep all of your belongings safe. Away products are designed to last a lifetime, so if any part of your suitcase breaks, Away's standout customer service team will arrange to have it fixed or replaced. That's an incredible deal. There's also a 100-day trial on everything that Away makes, so you can take the product out on the road, you can live with it, you can travel with it, you can get lost with it for 100 days. If you decide it's not for you, you can return any non-personalized item for a full refund during that period. No ifs, ands, or asterisks. You are not going to find a deal like that with another luggage company, let me tell you. You get to actually use it and see if it works for you. And I'm telling you right now, it's gonna. And Away offers free shipping and returns on any order within the contiguous United States, UK, Europe, and Canada. So start your 100-day trial and shop the entire Away lineup of travel essentials, including their best-selling suitcases at awaytravel.com/winecrime20. That's awaytravel.com/winecrime20 and treat your travel.
Okay. So this is my coroner corner. And I'm departing a little bit from my normal content because somebody sent me this case and I had not heard of it, and it is super fucked up. So I'm going to share this today and hopefully spread a little bit of awareness about this case. And hopefully we get to the bottom of what really happened, because this is like some Sandra Bland shit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shit. Okay.
So this article is from The Root. More than 3 months after a Black Missouri teenager was found dead at a party hosted by a man whose social media can best be described as how to be a pro-racist.
Oh,
A Missouri jury has overruled the coroner's initial findings and declared that the 19-year-old's gunshot wound was not self-inflicted.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
This is so fucking crazy, you guys. On April 23rd of this year, Durante Martin attended a party with friends at a rural home in Fredericktown, Missouri. The 6'3", 250-pound former high school football star, there's a photo of him on the drive. He's just so sweet. He has the cutest smile. Was attending an 18th birthday party for the daughter of James Wade, whose home was adorned with multiple Confederate flags.
Oh, God.
Like, was Missouri even part of the Confederacy?
I think it was split.
Okay,
well, Missouri
is just
War.
the state south of Iowa, and I've driven through it a couple of times, and from my very limited experience, the rural areas of Missouri are freaky deaky Confederate flag. I feel unsafe there.
So it was split. Half. It was like half and half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it was part of the Confederacy, guess what? You lost, and it's 2021.
And what they were fighting for is disgusting. So fucking get over it.
Right.
The states' rights, though.
No, it wasn't. It was fucking slavery, you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And it wasn't heritage. It was hate. Okay. Wade was known for sharing racially charged posts on white Facebook, including one with a picture of a black man in chains captioned, this is so fucking gross, "My great-great-great-grandfather's tractor."
Oh my God.
My God.
Outwardly, actively pro-racist, this man is.
And this is the father of the girl whose birthday party it was.
Correct.
Who this young black man was going to her home.
Because he was invited.
Right.
Oh, God.
Another
Fuck
meme featured
this.
a black dog with the words, "I had a black dog once. I named him Food Stamps."
No.
What the fuck?
But Wade insists he is not racist.
Oh,
Of course.
Okay.
"I was born in the South, and I'm not ashamed to show the Confederate flag or anything," he told KDSK. "The racist memes are already on Facebook. I just shared them. It's not like I made them or put them on there, right? I'm not a racist."
Why'd you share them, buddy?
Oh my God.
If you
Glad
know
he
they're
cleared that
racist,
up.
why'd you share them? I don't
Because
understand.
he is a racist.
For anyone out there thinking about staying on that side of things, that man is an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
You are keeping company with just raw stupidity.
I don't understand.
It's so tragic.
You guys, it's not even like, just wait. But Wade could not explain how Martin ended up in his home in the middle of the night with a bullet to his head. In a 3:01 a.m. call to 911, so the middle of the night,
Yeah.
Wade claimed to have heard a gunshot during the bash, the party, and found Martin dead shortly after the homeowner returned from fishing in the middle of the night on his daughter's birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
Was this young man the only black person at the party too?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know that. Witnesses say that Martin seemed paranoid that evening, while others believed that Wade was involved in Martin's death with two other partygoers.
Yeah.
At least one witness statement claims that Wade killed the teen. A county pathologist performed an autopsy and determined that Martin committed suicide, even though Martin's body didn't have soot, an imprint of the gun's muzzle, or deposits of gunpowder typical of self-inflicted gunshot wounds, as we all know from forensic files.
Yeah.
How? I mean, that fucking coroner. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, that is just the kind of shit where it's like every level of every fucking system
Yeah.
is peppered with individuals and also just systematically built to protect fucking white people.
Yeah. So was that coroner, did he have a connection with this guy? Was he like a fellow racist?
Well, that was the pathologist.
Oh, so that's what I
So
meant.
the pathologist claimed that the missing telltale signs of suicide were caused by the coroner cleaning the teen's body after the autopsy. So the pathologist was blaming the coroner for the fact that there was no gunpowder residue.
Okay.
Okay, but it's still a leap. It's
Right.
still a leap to assume that that residue had been there
Right.
and was cleaned off.
It gets fucking worse, people. So Martin's mother obviously did not buy this bullshit. The family commissioned their own autopsy, which contradicted the initial determination that Martin caused his own death. Martin's mother also insisted that he did not take methamphetamine, which coroners claimed to have found in his body. Instead, the examiner found that Martin had been shot from a distance. The deceased man's family eventually convinced the county to hold a coroner's inquest, where a 6-person jury reviewed the available evidence to determine whether Martin's cause of death was accidental, suicide from natural causes, or by violence.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What an awful fucking process for this boy's family, too. Just horrific.
You guys, it fucking gets worse. I don't know what to say. So this is from
always get worse.
the Post-Dispatch. Jury members listened and took notes as Madison County Prosecutor M. Dwight Robbins called nearly 20 witnesses, including Missouri Highway Patrol officers and people who were at the party, and he also presented evidence gathered at the scene. The jury heard from other witnesses along with written statements from people who attended the birthday party. Some described Martin's behavior as paranoid. Others claimed various people at the party may have been involved in Martin's death. So it is my impression that if he may not have been the only black person there, but it was more white people than black people.
It almost feels like he was lured there.
Yeah, or, and this is total speculation, but it's possible, because he's like a handsome young guy, that the dad like suspected that he was having a relationship with his white daughter and freaked the fuck out. So even if Martin's the victim, right?
Yeah, Durante.
So even if he wasn't the only person of color at the party, he could still be a target in a hate crime. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is talking about Wade, the dad, but it's not clear from this quote. Earlier this year, he posted a meme showing a hand flipping the middle finger, and it read, "Here's my apology for being white."
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Another
witness
witness
asking you to apologize for being white.
Oh my
We're asking
God.
you to apologize for being a racist asshole
And
murderer.
a murderer.
Yeah. Another witness statement alleged that Wade and 2 others had murdered Martin, while another witness said Wade told him that, quote, he did it. A deputy said the allegation was not supported by any evidence. So it took less than 2 hours for the jury to overrule the county coroner and determine that the former football standout was killed by violent means. The finding means that investigators must now determine who is responsible for Martin's death. Quote, "I'm happy," exclaimed Martin's mother, Kimberly Lotz. "I'm happy that somebody else saw. Glory to God, I could just shout, but we got a long way to go, so we'll just keep on praying and keep on trusting the Lord." It is possible that the jury was wrong. Maybe the 19-year-old kid took a handgun, drove 27 miles knowing that the homeowner he had never met would be fishing in the middle of the night, and then while everyone was partying, he somehow found the attic of the home he had never been in and killed himself.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then managed to die by suicide with a gun while keeping himself completely clean from any residue or evidence that he had done
from
so.
a distance, setting up an elaborate Rube Goldberg
device.
And this just seems much more likely than a man who publicly flaunted anti-black tendencies committing an act of violence against a black man.
You don't get to just declare you're not a racist and do racism. You can't. That's
like
not,
really do racism.
yeah, you can't. That's not how it works. You don't get to decide. Your actions decide.
So who do you believe? The people who were there and literally said of Wade, quote, he did it? Or the word of a coroner whose findings are contradicted by a professional coroner, multiple witnesses, and common fucking sense?
I want to know if this coroner had a relationship with the perpetrator, if they were involved in some of the same type of, social groups.
Yeah, I don't think that that's even necessary for these kinds of, I think that these kinds of calls get made way more than we are aware they do.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a relationship with the perpetrator of these crimes or even the people investigating these crimes for shit to go down like that. It definitely happens, and it's not uncommon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so
It's
horrific.
egregious. I mean, it's absolutely egregious in this case, and so it does make you wonder. But I do think that this goes on way more than we're aware of.
Yeah. So shit is still ongoing. But again, the victim's name was Durante Martin. He just looks like he was a very sweet and was obviously a very talented kid.
He had his whole fucking life ahead of him.
Yeah. So
He was just invited to a birthday party and was murdered. It reminds me a lot of that case that was on the new...
the woman at the sleepover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but the one on the Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
Like way out in the boonies.
Oh, yeah. They just found like a shoe or something in the ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that also
And then he was found
like
in-
somebody that was just invited to a party and then...
Yeah. Well, and went with friends. And then the friends got separated because, like, somebody wanted to go get cigarettes and some, you know, and then he ended up alone and therefore much more vulnerable.
Yep.
And oh, that story is so fucking sad. Good Lord. It's
Also,
like,
I think that also took place in Missouri.
it's possible.
That sounds familiar. I don't know if that's... I don't know for sure, but I think so.
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Kenny, and it really sounds like that case.
God.
Well, I will be driving all the way through Missouri next week on my way to
Keep
Arkansas. So,
an eye out.
Yeah.
Let us know what you find.
Do you have anything else for us?
I do, and this will cheer us up.
Here, an obituary to cheer you up.
I like to find the happy obituaries. Sometimes
it's
death
just
is
so
a
funny.
mercy.
Yes.
Okay, this obit is from 2019, but like I said, it's very charming. So, Sybil Marie Hicks passed away in 2019. There is a picture of her on the drive, and I think they put these two pictures side by side because of like the movie Sybil with the multiple personalities.
Yes.
Oh,
Because there's like a sweet smiling portrait picture of her, and then there's
very
a picture
normal
of
looking.
her just being a total goof, like with a crazy face on.
It's so cute.
So even if that's not why they did it, that's what it reminded me of. Okay. It hurts me to admit it, but I, Mrs. Ron Hicks from Baysville, have passed away.
Wait, she wrote her own? I love it. This is 100% what I'm going to do.
So I don't think she wrote it herself, but
But someone wrote it.
I believe she was suffering from Alzheimer's at the end of her life. So someone
wrote
in her
it from
family
her
wrote it
perspective.
for, yeah, I think somebody, but like in her voice, because she apparently was a fucking hilarious, smart, funny woman. Okay. I passed peacefully with my eldest daughter, Brenda, by my side on February 2nd, 2019 at 8:20 a.m. I leave behind my loving husband, Ron Hicks, whom I often affectionately refer to as a horse's ass. I also left behind my children, whom I tolerated over the years. Bob, with Carol, my oldest son and also my favorite. Brian, with Jeanette, who was the Oreo cookie favorite. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Brenda, a.k.a. Hazel, who would run to clean the bathrooms when she heard company was coming. Same, Brenda.
Yeah,
same.
totally.
Barbara with Gordon, the ever Miss Perfect, and finally baby Bruce, who wouldn't eat homemade turkey soup because he didn't want to be on the alert looking for bones as he ate. It's really
That
specific.
is a risk of homemade turkey soup.
Absolutely. I will miss seeing my sweetest grandchildren, Caitlin, Megan, Joel, Isaac, Mason, Rachel, Annie, Emma, Harrison, Clark, Chloe, Orion, and Griffin.
That's a lot of grandkids.
Yep. I will miss seeing them grow up to be the incredible people they are meant to be. I graduated from Waterdown High School with honors while wearing my shiny, bright saddle shoes. I later graduated from Hamilton General Hospital School of Nursing, class of 1957. Best class ever! In 1972, Ron and I loaded the car with the 5 Bs, meaning her 5 kids. They all start with B.
The 5
And
bees.
the 5 Bs. And
Sybil
headed...
and the bees.
I know, it's really cute.
I love that.
and headed north to run a school bus company for over 20 years in Baysville, Ontario.
Back to the school buses.
Yeah.
Ooh, another theme.
Another thread. I was an active horticulturalist, a member of the Eastern Star, and a member of the Lions Club in Baysville. I finally have the smoking hot body I've always wanted, having been cremated.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's a good joke, Sybil.
Please come say goodbye and celebrate my wonderful life with my husband and his special friend, Dorothy.
What?
We don't know who Dorothy is.
Her special friend.
Oh, no.
Her husband's special friend.
I'm hoping it's a dog or something. Dear God. Please don't be a woman.
I know. Who is now lovingly taking care of my horse's ass. So I don't know who it is.
Oh, well, maybe if Sybil was like really ill for a very long time, her husband did find
Yeah, it's
love
possible.
during
It's
her long
possible.
illness, which I'm not going to judge.
No. Obits are not the area for us to judge.
No.
For those of you who are wondering who assisted me in writing this, it wasn't my husband, nor my oldest, nor my youngest. So she's kind of leaving it in the open, out, hanging out
Okay.
there. Thank you all for sharing my life with me. I am off to swim to the buoy and back. Love, Sybil.
Oh my God.
What an angel.
I'm just
That's
gonna
sweet.
swim out to the floating deck.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just like how that ended
That is so cute.
and started
yeah,
and everything
I
in
liked
the middle.
all of it.
Smoking hot bod.
Smoking hot bod is my favorite.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
All right.
sorry
Well,
for
that's
the
sweet.
bummer about Durante, but also fucking hello.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that his family gets
some fucking
some
answers.
justice. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that case because I did not hear about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, all right.
Well, thanks for joining us this month for this month's GAC, which apparently
Yes.
the theme of which was McDonald's and school buses.
Yeah, which I'm definitely going to go get some McDonald's right now.
I'm very
I was
much
definitely
considering
McDonald's shamed recently, lightly.
Rude.
Why?
I was hanging out with friends who were
No
very,
new friends.
who are very fit and healthy, and I said something. We were at the state fair, and they got something that was chocolate, like chocolate milk, and from one of the dairy producers, whatever. And they said, "Oh, this chocolate milk kind of tastes a little bit like strawberry," and I was like, "That is exactly what McDonald's shakes taste like to me."
The chocolate tastes a little like strawberry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "When was the last time you had a McDonald's shake?"
Like this morning, bitch.
Oh my God.
I know.
And last week I ordered Taco Bell on Postmates. So you can go fuck right off.
I was like, well, if I'm having a bad day or
Jesus Christ.
That's very
People
rude.
should just never talk.
I think they didn't mean to be so I think it just flew out of their mouth, you know?
Yeah, but still,
No
not great.
new
No.
friends.
no.
Anyway,
Goodbye.
gotta go get some McDonald's.
God. Yeah.
We'll see you next month.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip, music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell, editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support and get a shout out on air, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers.